Hi everyone and welcome back to Europeans in Taiwan. This video series is funded by the European Union office here in Taiwan. This is where you get to follow me and Mumu around all over the European Union here in Taiwan. And today we're here with Michaela and Bruno. Who is Michaela?
Michaela is the deputy of the Slovak Economic Culture Office here in Taipei. I've been here since 2018, working on cooperation with Taiwan in many different fields, especially in the economic and cultural field.
I'm head of Slovak Economic and Cultural Office, representative of Slovakia in Taiwan, and I've been here for the second time, but I came to Taipei last year in August.
You said a second time. What was the first time?
The first time was actually almost 12 years ago. I was a government scholar. I had a scholarship, so I studied Mandarin at NTU and learned more about Taiwan.
How's your Chinese then?
一点点.
Okay, good enough. You're jumping ahead here because my next question is, why did you came to Taiwan?
I just heard a lot of positive feedback from my colleagues who were here before me. Wonderful people, wonderful food, so there was time to go.
There were some things that I found peculiar, especially the high number of scooters.
Any advice you can give to maybe other Slovaks or other people, things they should know before coming to Taiwan?
If I would know how humid it is here, I would not bring many of my things. Sunglasses, they cracked because of the humidity, also leather jackets and so on, they cracked. That was something I'm already telling my colleague that's coming after me to not bring anything that he really treasures. And also another thing that really surprised me was the queues for food that people are willing to take in order to enjoy something. And at the beginning, when we would come somewhere and there would be such a big queue, we would be like, oh no, we're not waiting for that. But then we adjusted, and now sometimes I stand 30 minutes for food because I feel like eating it.
So you don't have any good food worth queuing up for in Slovakia?
Slovakia has 5 million people. Compared to Taiwan, it's much less. So I think you maybe queue up for ice cream during summer, but that's about it.
Just to add to that, for me, the way people wait in line for their trash, like to dispose of. And when I talked to Michaela prior to coming here, she said like, yeah, we still do this, or there's this little garbage truck playing the melody, the tune. So there's this trash queue, and basically everywhere where you go in the evening, you could hear that. I guess that's something that people would not expect. I'm just positively surprised how clean the city is, thanks to people having this discipline, queuing up in the evening for the garbage truck.
I like to meet my neighbors, which sometimes I don't get to see them the whole week, so we meet during the trash time. For example, when Slovakia donated vaccines to Taiwan, everyone knew we were from Slovakia, so they were just like, hello, you donated vaccines. So the trash time was like, I felt like a celebrity at that time, so that was something pleasant.
That's like the best version of trash talk.
Yes, yes.
I do apologize that me as a Swede, I don't really have that much knowledge about Slovakia. Any other like large differences between like living in Slovakia and living in Taiwan other than the garbage?
Perhaps there are more similarities. This is a striking thing for, I guess, every Slovak that comes to Taiwan and vice versa. If you take a look at the size, they are pretty similar, like 70% mountains. Plus, I believe we're the third most forested country in Europe after Sweden and Finland, if I'm not mistaken.
It sounds like just the hockey ranking as well. Sweden, Finland, Slovakia.
Yeah, cool. Except for Olympics last year. Yeah. Next question. Yeah.
Well, one of the main differences, there is no outside terraces. And I love sitting outside. You have terraces, people are eating their lunches in the evening, having wines, talking to friends.
I was just going to say, based on the decoration, it appears that you can also drink at least wine inside. Apparently.
Yes.
So
Anywhere.
we always find ways to live the European life, even here in Taiwan.
One more is actually people. Taiwanese people are extremely polite and also patient, which is basically proven by the fact how they can wait patiently on a pedestrian crossing, even if there's no car.
Or metro line.
Or metro line, yeah. And how they really queue up for food, for everything, not trying to cut the line or anything like that.
You're not really painting a great picture of Slovakia right now.
Well, I think we're a little bit more neurotic, I would say. It feels that we live much faster. and that we get more infuriated in the traffic. Every time, even if there's something that maybe doesn't go well, people are polite here and how nice they are. They make you forget about the problem. And this is what I like about Taiwan most.
I just came back from like 1 month in Sweden, and then I realized that all the personal service that I've been getting used to here in Taiwan has been replaced by like an app in Sweden. So you do everything yourself, like, you know, self-checkout in a grocery store. You do like all your bank errands on your phone.
For example, the bank system in Slovakia, you can open a bank account on your app. I did it. I was last year in April in Slovakia. I needed to open a bank account. I had to verify myself through a photo, and my bank account was created. And here, sometimes I spend 1 hour. You don't even know why, because the things you're asking for are not so complicated. And so many papers. Let's save the trees, please.
Electronic signature. Yeah.
Yes.
Previously on this channel, I made an interview with Miriama Rada, which was a previous worker from this office actually, and she said that the Slovak people are...
We are cold at the beginning, but then once you like get to know us a little bit more, we are very welcoming.
That's true. That's true. We're super kind.
How would you break that ice, and what should a Taiwanese do to get into the Slovak system as fast as possible?
Drink.
Drink beer and wine? No. Honestly, I think because Taiwanese are so nice people, they fit in straight away, because even when I experience, for example, Taiwanese people can apply for working holiday visa. Please write to us, do the applications with us. We'll be more than happy to take in your application. Based on even when they just come for the application, they make the effort to learn a few words in Slovak. So they have a little knowledge, and I think it's so nice when they come to you and they already know the Dobrý deň, which means good day, or Do videnia, which means goodbye. And someone sees a Taiwanese in Slovakia and they know these few words, or they ask for pivo, which is beer. That already makes the Slovaks love them. So I know many Taiwanese personally who stayed in Slovakia even after working holiday visa, or they have permits now, they work in Slovakia, and they are not only loving Slovakia and the people, but also Slovakia is loving them because of their personalities.
How would you say like and subscribe to this channel in Slovak?
Páčik.
Lajkujte a podpíšte sa.
Lajkujte a subscribujte.
Yes. I also have to ask, because I'm from Sweden and not Switzerland, which, you know, the entire world seems to mix up somehow, and you're from Slovakia, not Slovenia, which I'm sure you must have been mixed up like countless of times. What would be the easiest way for Taiwanese people to know that Slovakia is Slovakia?
First of all, Slovenia does not have office in Taiwan. We do. We've been here actually for 20 years. This year we're celebrating 20th anniversary of establishing of this office. We've been in the same building for 20 years. So that's one and the most important difference. And we probably have more castles than Slovenes. So
I just need to confirm this. I heard that when it comes to train travel, you are offering free train travels for not only Slovaks, but also European citizens below the age of 26.
It's not just for people up to 26 years of age, but also above 62. So it's easy to remember, it's 26, 62. And it's not exclusive for Slovaks and EU citizens, but also for students of Slovak universities. So if let's say a Taiwanese young person decides to study at one of our universities, they are entitled automatically to use this system for free. So you do not have to do anything. You just hop on. You need to have your identification, which you probably would do through or confirm through an app again, right? And you can use this train service free of charge. What you have to see, well, I believe that it's Tatras, right? That
Yes,
the mountains.
And the atmosphere in the mountains, the people there, they're totally different than to Bratislava. But I think it's also, you see it in Taiwan. People in Taipei are different than Chiayi, Tainan. Even though they don't speak English, sometimes in those little villages around the mountains, they're just very welcoming, and you need to eat and drink a lot. That's the main thing that's so important to every place you go.
Plus, all of our UNESCO heritage are mostly not in Bratislava region. Like most of them are more east, either central Slovakia or eastern Slovakia, and it's a beautiful city, which are UNESCO heritage. And you know, the advantage is that Slovakia is similar in size as in Taiwan. So the second largest city is just 320 kilometers away from Bratislava. So you can use the free train service to get there in like 4 hours, something like
it's
that.
Not high speed.
Yeah, no, we don't have high speed rail.
That's the difference. That's
Yeah.
another difference.
So definitely go east when you visit Slovakia. Go east.
Very similar to Taiwan then, because that would be like my highest recommendation as well. Like if you come to Taiwan, leave Taipei and go east. Like Hualien and Taroko Gorge is just absolutely beautiful. If now some busy Taiwanese may not have the opportunity to just go and visit Slovakia anytime soon, is there anything they can do here in Taiwan to kind of like either eat and drink the Slovak delicacies or experience the Slovak culture in any other way?
Unfortunately, we don't have a Slovak restaurant in Taipei or Taiwan yet, but there is, for example, Slovak wine, Chate Topolchen, that is sold in Taiwan. Also Tatra tea, which is a pretty famous Slovak liquor that is also sold in Taiwan by company 99 Bottles.
Is it tea or liquor?
It's a liquor. It's called Tatra tea because you usually drink it in the mountains during winter or after a hike, and you put it inside a tea or you drink it with a tea. It's up to 72% of alcohol, so it can really warm you up.
I think this should be one of the things that Taiwanese people should be careful for. If you
Yes.
go up to the Slovak mountains and drink tea, make sure that it's tea.
So yeah.
No, make sure it's Tatra tea as well, so you have a lot of fun.
But on the other hand, if you like skiing, this is a must. You know, in après ski, that's the joke or the wordplay that you would drink the tea with rum. After, or this is the tradition because we are a heavy drinking society.
After
and
you stop skiing,
Yeah.
not during skiing, of course.
So once you really want to get warmed up and you sit in après ski, or if you actually just wanna enjoy time with your friends after nice skiing, good skiing, you would of course have the tea with rum. These guys came up with Tatra tea. Tatra is the name for the mountain range, and tea being the liquor in it, and it's very nice because it has several different flavors. This is a little sampler.
It's from their shop, so.
They sell it here, and you see that it's like each one of them has a different color and different
Flavor.
different alcohol percentage.
Peach is most
Peach, yeah.
popular apparently in Taiwan.
You can also buy Slovak crystal and Slovak glass. More than 200-year-old tradition in Slovakia is all handmade. I'm sure the wine tastes even better when you pour it in a crystal like that.
You have been so kind to invite me here to your office. What do you guys actually do once the Tatra tea has finished?
Yeah, our day is pretty much about drinking. No, of course not.
From the morning till night.
Yeah, it's all in the name. We're the Economic and Culture Office, but of course, if we included all the areas that we work in, it would be too long. But of course, we're promoting cooperation with Taiwan or between Slovakia and Taiwan in various fields, including research, investment, trade, education, culture, historical railways. This is something which we also have in common. The Alishan Historical Railway.
You're just trying to get free train tickets on the Alishan Express too.
Yeah, we're trying to convince them that they should adopt the free tickets for people under 26.
How about like under 34?
Yeah, that would be good. Or under 46. That would be the best. So this is the main mission of this office, to attract Taiwanese tourists, investors, businesses, friendships. We have actually increasing number of mixed marriages, which is also fantastic.
And children?
And children as well. So
That's where the alcohol comes in.
we encourage that. We definitely encourage that. And as Michaela has mentioned, that we have this program of a working holiday, which is very popular among young people. People can go, they can enjoy their life, travel around, and they work a bit. And then if they decide to stay, they're all, of course, very welcome.
Can we see the impact of the relationship somehow?
For instance, many iPhones are assembled in Slovakia by Foxconn, which has its operations. Yeah, Honhai has had operations in Slovakia. We have Delta Electronics, which is a huge Taiwanese investor that has currently 2 outlets in Slovakia. We have Volvo cars. Yeah.
I don't care what other people are saying. It is still Swedish in my heart.
That's how we regard it as well. And there are several models even driven here around Taiwan. For instance, Porsche Cayenne or Audi Q7 that are only produced in Slovakia. And there are components which are produced by Taiwanese companies in Slovakia for that. Have a label made in Slovakia, but it should probably say also from Taiwanese components. So that's the cooperation. It's fantastic. Actually, many of those castles that we were talking about were turned into beautiful hotels, like romantic places, ancient times, like medieval times, meeting modern times, because you would have hotels that have spa, would have a swimming pool inside, Wi-Fi's, and you would have everything, and you can really enjoy the history, you can enjoy the way it was built, you know, the stories of these places, and at the same time you can enjoy all the comfort of a modern life.
So it's not only for like museum and go and just look at it. You can
No, you can live there.
No. That's what everyone assumes. Like,
I actually got married at one of those castles, so it's tested. It's proven,
it's,
it works.
It's officially approved.
Yeah, it's officially approved. Yeah.
Also, maybe something I would like to mention. I know Taiwanese people like hot springs, and in Slovakia we have a lot of hot springs.
One of the most famous one is the city of Piešťany, where actually Ludwig van Beethoven lived for several years. There's a chateau of a Brunswick family, which is very close to that spa town, and this is where he actually fell in love with Elizabeth, the daughter of this family, and so we suspect that also Für Elise was actually composed for her. In
Which brings us back to the Taiwanese garbage trucks.
Yeah, garbage trucks. Yeah.
It's just one big
Interconnection.
As always, we do have a giveaway hosted by the European Economic and Trade Office here in Taiwan. A tote bag you can win, so you can actually store all these Slovak goodies. All you have to do is to head over to the European Economic and Trade Office social media, and then when this video is being shared on their social media, just follow the instructions and you have a chance to win this tote bag. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Lukas. Starts with L as in like, ends with S as in subscribe. Please do both, and see you all in the next one.
Ahojte.
Bye bye.